Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, Brains and Beauty. I'm PhD student studying brains and also a makeup lover. And I'm really excited because I just got this in the mail. So this is from Clionadh. It's my single eyeshadows. So we're going to do an unboxing and then I'm going to go through and swatch all of the eyeshadows that I got. I did during their sale, they had this bundle. So we'll talk all about that and then do the swatches of the shadows that I picked up. And then I will also compare them to my other Clionadh shades. As you can see, I'm already kind of running out of space in my Clionadh palette. I have all of my single shadows here, so we'll compare them to the other multichromes, even from Terra Moons and ShinebySD, depending on just what's similar. And if you want in-depth swatches on all of these, I actually have a video on where I swatched all of these iridescent multichromes plus the jeweled multichromes in order that I received in February. And then I have a swatch video dedicated to these glitter multichromes as well following that video. So you can see in depth the swatches of each of these in those videos, but I will swatch some of them again just to compare them to the new shades that I got. Now in those videos I did do also nail swatches because I actually really like using eyeshadows on my nails. So this is the multichrome Gothic on my nails. It is so pretty and you can really see a lot of those shifts here. So that is actually this shade right here, Gothic, and I just put it on top of a black base onto these press-ons. So that is something I like doing, but I'm not going to be doing any nail swatches today because I'm planning a series anyways next year that's called Nails and Neuroscience, and in that series I'm actually going to be showcasing a lot of these on the nails as I design press-ons. So if that interests you, there's going to be plenty of content on that, but for this video today, it's just going to be regular swatches on the palm and swatch comparisons. Okay, let's just get started. Okay, so these are the shadows. I'm really excited to dig into these. I don't know why this packaging is different than the other ones, like why it's gold and the others are white, but anyways, regardless, it's just important that it's secure, and I feel like with the amount of bubble wrap and how this doesn't move inside the packet means that all of these did arrive pretty secure, like they do look good. I had an issue with ShinebySD because they had basically kind of like the inner sleeve that you're going to see inside of here, inside a box. And because of that, that shook around a lot and the eyeshadow came broken. But it seems like none of these came broken. We'll see when I open them up. But yeah, I'm just really excited. And as you can see, I actually got 6 shades. Now, Clionadh is honestly one of my favorite brands. I mean, I'm already proud that they're Toronto based because that's where I'm from as well. So it's just really cool to have such a successful indie brand nearby. But I also feel like they really listen to their consumers because they had shown that they were going to bring out for the sale, like on top of the sale, they were going to bring a cross formula coupon where if you buy more than 10 multi-chrome eyeshadows from their stained glass collection, you would get $1 off per eyeshadow. And because I was mostly getting these kinds of iridescent multichromes and the jeweled multichromes, I felt like if I were to place an order of 10 eyeshadows, my order would come to over like $200. So for me, that was very difficult to do, and I felt kind of sad that I couldn't get any kind of coupon discount on top of the sale discount. And I'm not sure if it's just from my comment or if they actually looked into it with other people commenting the same thing or messaging them the same thing. And then they later were like, okay, we're actually going to still keep that, but also do another coupon that's from if you order from 6 to 9 shades, and you'll get 50 cents off of each of your eyeshadows. And I thought that was just so nice to like still give an option for those who didn't want to purchase too many eyeshadows, because for me, I really want to be selective and not bring in too much into my collection at once because eyeshadows expire after all, and I just want to, slowly build my collection. So overall, I feel like The experience as a customer was really great. And then I just wanted to, though, still be very like honest with you guys. When it comes to this palette, I bought this I think like 3 years ago, and the magnet for the palette is quite strong. So what's happened is recently, actually, I'll just show you, this came off. So I'm probably just gonna glue this back on. It's not a big deal. It didn't completely fall apart or disintegrate or anything, but I just wanted to show you that the palette over time, because the magnet is so strong, this part will lift off. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to recommend the palette itself if you are interested in purchasing this to put your shadows in, because you do want a strong magnet so that this doesn't just like flop open. But just know that, you know, this part is not as strongly glued in, and so after a couple of years it'll come off, and that's totally fine. Like, I'm just going to glue this back on, but I just wanted to show you guys in case that was something you were curious about. And then I also got their brushes, so I'll actually just unbox these just so we can see them. Honestly, I could use a couple more eyeliner brushes, and I just thought that this was very, very pretty packaging, so I got it just to feel fancy while I'm doing my eyeliner. And then I've been wanting to kind of do a blending brushes video comparison between several brands, and again, this is just so pretty, so I wanted to get this as well. I will say this one is quite big, like for my eyes. Yeah, this is a very big blending brush. But I won't be doing any demonstrations or reviews on this, how they like perform right now. These will be part of a bigger review on brushes in the future, okay? So that's it. I'm just going to keep these aside. Let's get into what we're all here for. Okay, so this is the shade Aura. It has a lot more green than I expected, just in the pan. Okay, let's give it a swatch. So Clionadh describes Aura as having a translucent base that reflects pink, red, orange, gold, and lime. Whoa. Whoa. That is so cool. Okay, you guys are seeing the red quite clearly, but from my angle, it's super lime green. So I'll show you my angle. So that's my angle. That is really cool. So let's see if we can point out all the different colors. So we have the pink, the lime green on the edge. I do see the orange beside the lime green. So do you see? That is the pink. And then that is the gold. So do you see the gold right there? The lime green. And I feel like the orange, it's like the lime green is surrounded by the gold and the orange on either side. I'm really curious how this looks next to Halo. So I do have Halo from a previous order. Because I didn't expect this to be so lime green. So I think there you can see the kind of gold, the lime green, the pink and red. There's the pink as well. It's like a softer pink there. And it's almost like there's lilac in there, but it's quite soft, so I guess that's more what they mean by pink. Like, I feel like that is quite a soft pink right there. But then you do have that very vibrant, like reddish pink. That's like the vibrant color right there. And then it's more soft here. See that? That's more of the orange with the green. That's more of the pinky shade. I feel like there's this like silvery base to it, a little bit. I do feel like there's that kind of silvery neutral kind of shift as well. That is really pretty. I was just kind of expecting like a pink gold flip. I wasn't expecting all of this. This is amazing. So, wow. I feel like I don't know why the thought that comes to my head is popsicles, but that's what comes to my head. So I'm gonna keep Aura on the side. Let's see what's next. Let's do Phosphorescent next, I think. So this one is another Series 2 Iridescent Multichrome. Okay, so Phosphorescent, and this is described by Clionadh as having a translucent base that shifts lime, turquoise, violet, and red. Ooh, okay. This is reminding me so much of ShinebySD's Luxie shade, which I have in here, so we will also compare this to that one. But it's this gorgeous, gorgeous kind of shift where there's blue, there's gold, there's magenta, there's purple. I wonder if there's red. When I was picking this out, I wanted to see if I could get something a little different than Luxie. And because they said red, I thought it would be a different shift, but I think what they mean is more the magenta that's coming through. So let's look at all of these closely. So do you see the green, blue, the kind of lime, turquoise? I guess that looks a little bit red right there. And then the violet. So here you can see the turquoise shine. So you see the lime and you see the purple. Let me get another swatch just to see if I can build it up a little bit. So there's the lime. There's more of the blue, and you can see a bit of the purple at the edges. I think you can see it there. Kind of magenta purple shade. You can see it there as well, the flip. Yeah, you can see the purple there with the blue. Okay, next I want to do Gloaming, and I feel like Gloaming, I've always been just so curious about it because it looks so strange online. Like, it doesn't look white like the rest of the iridescent shadows. So Gloaming is a glitter type iridescent multichrome eyeshadow. It's $20.99 Canadian dollars and has a silvery iridescent base that reflects pink, orange, yellow, lime. That sounds very similar to the description for Aura, so I'm really curious. Okay, this has a gold base to it. What? Sorry, I mean like the pan. Clionadh, what are you doing? You didn't tell us there would be gold. Are they switching to gold? I have no idea. Honestly, I follow them pretty closely, so I have no idea if that's a new thing we're doing. Anyway, the pan is gold. Okay, I feel like you can see it has like that, like a muted sagey green look to it. So it does look quite different from Aura in that sense. Okay, let's swatch it. Okay, I think here are the differences between Aura and Gloaming. Aura has a stronger pink shift. So even when I tilt it like this, oh, I can see this, but you guys can't. Okay. I'm going to do this. Yeah, there we go. So do you see how Aura has this super pink shift to it? Gloaming is just softer. And it has like this more of the orange comes through, like the peachy orange comes through, than the pink shift. So let's go through and see all the shades that it has. So I see the yellow, I see the orange, the lime for sure there. I do see the pink, but like I said, it's a very soft pink. It's not an icy pink. So I guess that's one thing actually that I think is pretty neat, that you get to decide between these two. If you want a more icy pink, I would say go for Aura, but if you want a softer pink, like a baby pink, then you would go for Gloaming. Just want to be able to show you the baby pink. See, I think you can kind of tell there, like this one's way more icy, and this one's much more of a baby pink. There, do you see that? So that's more icy, and this one's more of a baby kind of pink. And it merges with the orange, so it really like softens it. But it's not a warm pink, like it is, I'd say it's like a neutral pink. Let me see, I have this light. So I'm just going to turn this on and see if we get a little bit different of a view. Okay, so we're back to natural light, and I think that's basically what I can show you with these colors right now. So for me personally, I do feel like there's a difference. Like this one is more of a silvery yellow that has a soft baby pink, and then this one's more of like a lime with a very vibrant, kind of an icy pink red just shining through it. So there's definitely a difference in that sense. I know sometimes this one even looks a little bit violet, like I said, I feel like there's a little purpley something something in this one, and there isn't any of that purpley something something in the Gloaming. Great descriptors, I know. But hopefully when you saw them up close, you were able to see the shifts. So let's do the last one, which is an actual purple. This is UV. I've just really wanted this one because I love purples, and it just seemed like such a vibrant purple shade. So UV is a Series 2 Iridescent Multichrome, so it's $18.99, and Clionadh describes UV as having a translucent base that shifts indigo, violet, peach. So in the pan, you don't really see anything, just a little bit of a lilac, but nothing much, so let's swatch it. Okay, I definitely see where it gets the UV name from. Okay, do you see it right there? There is that yellowy peach, and then there is the base. So do you see between the two violet UVs, there's like that slight yellowness? Like, yes, my palms are also that color, but it's slightly more yellow. So to me, it's more of a yellow to purple than it is a peach to purple. But yeah, I don't see any indigo. Like this is very much a UV purple kind of shade. Do you see it? The UV purple between the yellow. I'm really curious how this would look over a black base. So I will do that. I will swatch these over black bases because I think that's something really cool about iridescent eyeshadows, that they can be more than just one shadow. Like you can kind of make multiple shadows out of them. Let me try with the ring light. Okay, I think that ring light definitely helped to kind of show the vibrancy of these shades. I feel like usually natural light works best for multichromes, but because it's winter now in Canada, even the brightest time of day, which is what I plan to film during, it's still too dark. So yeah, I'll keep showing you guys in different lightings just so that you can see the full picture of how these look like. But yeah, overall these are very beautiful and I'm so happy I've got these iridescent multichromes. Let's go ahead and swatch the last two shades. So these are both green jeweled multichromes. I want to start with Gargoyle, and I think this one is Gargoyle. So this one also has the gold pan for some reason. I guess Clionadh is switching over. So from my angle, oh my gosh, you guys are seeing a vibrant green, but from my angle, I'm seeing this murky teal shade right there. Do you guys see that? That's so cool. So Gargoyle is $24.99 Canadian dollars, and it's the jeweled multichromes. Clionadh describes this as shifting from a warm pewter lime, emerald, turquoise, indigo, and violet. So let's see with the swatch. You can definitely see the violet, the indigo, the turquoise, and the emerald, but I'm not seeing the gray shade. So let me just give it a big swatch. So here you can see the purple, the kind of turquoisey teal, the emerald green. You can see the pewter just a little bit here. Like it's starting to go in that direction. But let me get on the ring light. Okay, I feel like this one was surprisingly hard to capture the kind of gray pewter shade. It is more of a I mean, I don't know, I want to say it's more emerald than I expected or more vibrant than I expected. Like right now you guys are seeing the green, but I'm seeing really, really intense, deep violet, purple, and indigo. Let me try swatching it up here. Yeah, okay, this is easier to show you guys. So you can see when it's like completely purple and teal, and then definitely it has that kind of vibrant green to it. Do you see like that shade? It's like this murky browny gray. I think that looks really cool, like this shade compared to the purple. But do you see how like vibrant it is? I guess I was thinking Gargoyle would be more like Cathedral, where it would have that kind of more of a grungy kind of brown green base that shifts to emerald and shifts to like teal. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be so vibrant. So this is actually a really vibrant multichrome as well. So let's compare it to Patina, because that's the other green that I got. I was really debating between getting weathered or getting patina, and I was thinking I would get weathered, but then at the last minute I switched because I saw some swatches where like patina basically looked like weathered, it just had additional multichrome shifts in it, so I thought I may as well get patina. So let's unbox this one. Okay, so I just want to show you it close up next to Gargoyle. So they're quite similar. It's just that Patina has more of that kind of yellowy green, whereas Gargoyle has more of that forest green. So Clionadh describes Patina as shifting from gold, lime, emerald to turquoise. Okay, whoa. That is so cool. Do you see the kind of chartreuse green? Okay, I feel like it's very clear. Like you can see that kind of deep teal turquoisey shade. You can see the emerald. You can see the lime that goes to like the lime goes to like a gold. You can see the gold. there as well. This is a really special shade. Like, I get why there's so much hype for this shade, and I agree. It's honestly really stunning. I think the similarities between this one and Gargoyle is that both have the same kind of deep teal base to them. It's just that Gargoyle never shines as bright as the kind of peridot lime color that you see here. So the contrast isn't as strong. And for that reason, I honestly would recommend Patina over Gargoyle. And if you're someone who really, really craves that kind of blue to gold shift, you're really going to get that out of Patina. Like, there are some angles where it just goes straight from teal to gold. And it is so, so gorgeous. Do you see that kind of grungy gold there? That's the thing. I feel like I'm surprised that I feel like Patina is grungier than Gargoyle. Let me show you Patina with the light. Like, what this looks like right now, to me, it's very clear that, like, there is that kind of pewter, almost pinky shift coming from Gargoyle with the green. Whereas with Patina, it's like a straight gold to a teal. Okay, I think I was able to capture that pretty well with the light. So they're not identical with their shifts perfectly. Like, it's not that when one shifts a certain color, the other one shifts the same color. It's just that the common factor is that they both have that kind of teal base that you can kind of see here in the emerald. So they both have that. It's just that this Gargoyle has more of a pewter shift to it, while Patina has a lime green and a chartreusey gold kind of shift to it. And then Patina doesn't have the purple, and although I'm a crazy purple fan, I feel like it actually makes it better in a way that it doesn't have the purple, because the teal itself just takes over as a super deep, rich teal instead of flipping to purple. I'm happy I grabbed Patina. And then as for Gargoyle, I'm going to compare it right now to Cathedral. I guess my point in doing this is I'm trying to show you that the kind of pewter shade, like this, to me is like a pewter shade that goes to rose gold, that goes to an olive. You can see me showing this very close up and like showing you the really strong olive in this and everything in my other swatch video, but this, like, compared to Cathedral's just way more vibrant, like a vibrant emerald. Even next to Gargoyle right now, Cathedral doesn't even look green, which is not true. Like, it is a very much an olive green. You can kind of see there. Definitely has that olive green, and then it goes to a champagne pink shade. And that's just not the case with Gargoyle. Gargoyle has a bit of that shift right there. Do you see how that's similar to Cathedral? That kind of pewtery shade, but it's just so, like, I don't know, I feel like I have to see it on the eyes to make a final conclusion. But it's almost like this is like Cathedral, but also shifting emerald and indigo and violet and teal. And so you're not getting as much of that pewter shade. Like it's almost either you get it being entirely pewter with emerald on the side, or it's like just emerald, teal, violet. Yeah, so that's kind of that comparison. I guess underneath Patina, I kind of want to compare Forge. Forge is one of my favorites. It's just so cool. Okay, so I hope you can see, but the green in Forge is even more brighter and lime green than the green in Patina. So do you see how Patina has more of that cool tone, whereas the green in Forge is like really a gold chartreusey green. And then of course it has that red flip that Patina doesn't have. But yeah, I would say these two are very different. So you can definitely see. I'm going to see if at some angles, it also has a teal shift to it. So let's see. That's like the teal shift for Forge. And then it's like a really bluey teal shift in Patina. So even the teal I think is different between the two. But yeah, how beautiful are these two shades? Wow. I can't wait to make these into like press-ons. Like these are gonna be so pretty. And then maybe you can see right there the gold that's in Patina compared to the gold that's in Forge. Do you think they have a similar gold? It's just there's so much more gold in Forge than in Patina at that angle, but like, let's see if we can get, look at that, that's so cool. Right there we have almost entirely that turquoisey bluey teal shade, and then in Patina, and then in Forge you have the emerald to like the gold. When it is very light green, like the lightest greeny gold shift in Patina, it's more red, orange in Forge. Yeah, so these are very, very gorgeous shades. But yeah, they don't dupe each other at all. Like I don't think it would be repetitive to get both of those. So now I had some other comparisons I wanted to make. I wanted to compare Aura to both Ray and Halo from Clionadh. So this is Ray. Oh my gosh, every time I swatch the shade. See the red, the really strong kind of pinky red, and then the orange? That's its main two shifts. Whereas Aura, the kind of reddy pink shade is just slightly more pink, and the orange is not as vibrant. So when I put them like this, do you see how Aura has more vibrant of the lime green? And then we see more of that pinky red. I'm trying to think what would make someone choose one over the other. I feel like if what you're looking for is a red, then go with the Ray shade because it's more evidently red. And then this one has a very striking orange shift. So if you're looking for that kind of red that goes to striking orange gold, then you'd want Ray. But if you want more of a pinky shade that goes to a lime, like a really striking lime, you would go with Aura. I feel like Aura faded a little bit, so I'm just going to re-swatch it just so we can have a fair comparison. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? Aura has a pink, Ray has a red. They both have a gold at a more intense angle, but Aura goes from a pink to a lime green, Ray goes from a red to an orange. Okay, let's look at Halo because I remember Halo as being the shade that goes to lime green. So do you see how the orange in Halo is like the orange in Ray, but it has like that green shift at the edge? Here we have pink shift to the green shift at the edge, pink and then green. Whereas Halo, it's different because it's orange to green. They're both similar in that they both have more of that kind of silvery base to them, whereas you see how like Ray doesn't have that? These two kind of have that silvery base to them. That I think before I was saying is like a lilac, but they're all different. So like at this angle, let me see if I can get it for you guys. Okay, do you see red, pink, and then orange? Red, pink, orange, lime at the edge, orange at this edge, lime at that edge. So they're basically like just swapping out one shade between all of them. So it really depends on what combination you like, and that will help you decide which one to get. See the orange to lime, the pink to lime, and then the red to orange for Ray. And I guess while we're here, let's actually compare it to Gloaming. So I'll give Gloaming another swatch to give it a fair shot. All right. Okay. I think this one's going to be harder to tell because it's a softer pink than Aura, like we said. Gloaming is more of a soft pink to a lime. Gloaming is very interesting. So orange, green, a bit of that bluey, the edges. I feel like it's different from Halo, because like we said, Halo is a very strong orange to lime shift. And it's not the same as Ray either, because Ray is a red to orange shift. So it is different. I think that my conclusion here is because it's so soft, the pink, it can look a bit similar to Halo, but it's a pink, it's not an orange. The red in Ray is a red. The pink in Gloaming is like between a pinky red. Like it's kind of a baby pinky red. So it does have that similar to Ray, not as strong, but it has that element to Ray, but it then shifts to a lime green instead of to an orange, which Ray shifts in orange. So that's kind of the main difference I would say between these shades. Do you see how there's that kind of baby pink that resembles Ray just a little bit? Next, I wanted to look at the shade Phosphorescent in comparison to ShinebySD's Luxie, because I think those are dupes. Okay, one thing I do want to note, Luxie is way more vibrant. So do you see how like the shine on Luxie is just more intense than the shine on Phosphorescent? That's Luxie, that's Phosphorescent. Even here, I feel like you can see the shifts on Luxie a lot easier than you can see the shifts on Phosphorescent. Like I have to cover Phosphorescent like this for you to be able to see. Okay, editing Rima here. Usually don't do a voiceover, but I just wanted to for this shade because I basically said at this point that it was identical because as you can see at this angle it's really similar and it just looks like Luxie is way more vibrant. And even at other angles, like I'm gonna show you some pictures at many different angles, and in all of these shots we have Phosphorescent from Clionadh at the top, and Luxie from ShinebySD at the bottom. So here you can see again, there is actually a lime green in Luxie from ShinebySD, and it goes to a little bit of hints of purple, like a warm magenta purple. You can see it even in the shot in the mirror. They really do look identical at some angles because they do have the same colors. But if you keep kind of looking at it in different lights and you move it more towards like a shady area where the colors that are most prominent really pop out, you'll see that basically Phosphorescent is more of a lime green compared to Luxie. And that's not to say that Luxie is not a green, because it is. Like, I was actually wearing this on my eyes, and then the shade Luxie, and one of my friends was like, oh, you have such a pretty green eyeshadow on. So it is, like, identifiably green. It's just that, like, in this picture, like, when it's below Phosphorescent, it looks like it's blue, but it's not. It is very much a green. So that first, like, most prominent shift, the green shade, the shades are different than each other. It's more limey, grassy green with Phosphorescent, where it's more of a bluey green with the Luxie. And then in terms of what they shift to, so the second prominent color, it's both of them are kind of a purpley shade, but there is slight differences as well. So basically, they both can go to the same magenta reddish purple. So Luxie does have that at its like most harshest angle. Luxie has a reddish magenta that's the exact same as the one in Phosphorescent. So you can see that on the left in this image. But the thing is, the more prominent purple in Luxie is actually a cool tone purple. So you can see that in the image on the right, it's still more of a reddish magenta for the Phosphorescent shade, whereas it goes to more of a cool tone purple for the Luxie shade. So when you look at both of these, their two most prominent shifts, the shades are slightly different. In Phosphorescent, it's a lime green to a reddish purple. And in Luxie, it's a bluish green to a more cool tone purple. So just to like reiterate, Luxie does have that reddish purple and it does have that lime green, but it's just not the most prominent shades in it. And so just swatching them, these two actually can look very different. And so I would not call them dupes. I do think that Luxie is probably the dupe of the shade Fluoresce from Clionadh, and it's why I didn't buy Fluoresce, because I was like, I didn't actually want to dupe for Luxie. I wanted something a little bit different, so I am glad that this is a little bit different. But yeah, there is no red in Phosphorescent, like a red in Ray or something like that. There is nothing like that in there that's like popping out or anything. It's just kind of like that color mixes with the purple and it makes a magenta, which is the same in Luxie. So, yeah, so it's good to know for that, so that you guys know what's a better purchase. Maybe if you guys are curious about how the UV compares to Glow, I could do a quick, let me just build up UV again. So with Glow, you see the baby blue. Do you see the kind of purple it goes to there? So do you see the blue to purple shift there? I feel like purple is different than this kind of UV purple. So like the purple in Glow is more of a bluey purple that kind of goes to pink, whereas the purple in UV is a very strong, like as you would imagine UV light purple would look like. So it's like a true purple. But I guess I also just wanted to note, looking at these like this, you might think that these are kind of similar, but they're actually quite different because this one has a really vibrant green to it, whereas this one is just an icy blue to the purple. So the next video I'm thinking of doing is actually going through all of my iridescent multichromes. I already did this for Luxie in the last ShinebySD video, but for these other ones, I want to go through them and I want to put them over a black base to see if any of these iridescent multichromes can dupe the jeweled multichromes so that you don't need to buy two if you were interested in just having one shadow that can do both looks. So I will explore that with you guys more in the next video, which is really exciting. But for now, I hope these swatches were helpful and, even just fun and satisfying. So let me know, are you waiting for your Clionadh order to come? What have you picked up from Clionadh? Just let everyone down below know your experience. What are your favorite shades? If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you would like to see more of the content I mentioned, please do subscribe. I'm going to have a lot of fun content just playing with these eyeshadows. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.